Welcome to another TechHelp video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today is part 4 of my employee training series where we're tracking employee training. Say that 10 times fast. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 3, go watch those first, then come on back. Okay, we got our roles and departments, our courses. We put together in the last class the role requirements. So we know for each role what courses it requires, right? HR 101, HR level 2, and so on. All right. I put a couple sales ones in here. Okay. So today, continuing with that theme, we're going to make a subform on the employee form to show what roles they have. All right. And then we're going to be able to see what classes they've taken. And then eventually we'll be able to see, okay, I need to compare these two lists. What have they taken versus what have they not taken? What might be, expired, that kind of stuff. So today, let's start with employees and the roles that they're in. So first we need to go to the employee form. And down here, we'll put a subform showing what their roles are, because they could have multiple roles, probably just 1 or 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Someone could be trained for HR and sales and customer service. I mean, like me, small business owner. I've had, at one point I had 12 employees working for me and I wore all the hats. I had to be able to do sales, fix computers, teach people, all that stuff. So yeah, it depends on the size of the company, right? The bigger the company, the fewer hats you have to wear. So we're going to make an employee role subform. So let's go back to my continuous form here, copy, paste. We'll call this employee role subform. All right. Design view. Now I'm going to change the color up a little bit because actually, the other one, the role form is purple. We can stick with purple for roles. Anything role related will be purple. This we should have changed the color with to something to represent classes. Let's make classes represented by, let's go green. So we're going to modify the role requirement form. This guy. These are courses, right? So let's make this green. Let's go with a light green here and a little bit darker green up top. Maybe that. Yeah, there we go. I like to keep all of the same kind of thing, the same color. So now if I look at the roles, right, these are roles in purple. These are courses in green. It just helps the eye, I think. Okay, so we're going to do employee role sub F, and these are purple. So these are going to be roles again. Now, this is a situation where we don't need that. We don't need that. This is going to be a combo box. And all of this stuff could probably go in the footer. Actually, I put the primary in with the regular list of items. But the rest of this stuff can go in the footer. So let's start by binding this to the employee X role T. Where are you? Oh, we didn't make it yet. Duh. We got to go make it. I keep forgetting. We got these, the spreadsheets and stuff made up, but we haven't built the tables yet. So, all right, let's build a table real quick. I'm going to close this for now. Right out here. Real easy to do, right? Table design. And again, you don't have to watch me build the whole table. All right, real simple. Our auto number, the employee ID, the role ID, start date, end date, qualified date, and notes. I'm going to save that is primary for later. I'll keep that for an optional lesson, maybe an extended cut later on. Because you have to have it so you can only have one for each employee. And it's a little bit tricky, a little bit of VBA. Maybe we'll do that in the future. All right. It's always good to have a few bits of sample data in here. To do this, I'm just going to put one employee in here, and we'll need to see some roles. Where's the role table? Okay. So let's say me, employee ID 1. I am HR level 1. We'll put the start date and all that and stuff in then later. And I'm also sales level 2. So that's role 6. Actually, that should be role ID 2. Okay, I'm 2 and 6, which is HR level 1 and sales level 2. All right, we'll put more employees in later. Again, this is easier to do once you got the form built. Let's go back to the form. Design view. All right, now we can bind it to that table. There you go. Let's add existing fields. I'm going to bring over, we don't need these top two things. We're going to bring in all of these things right now. Let's put them all in the footer for now. All right, so the role ID, let's get rid of these. This is going to be a combo box. So I need a combo box with roles in it. So I don't have one built yet. So let's form design, combo box, drop it there. We're going to get this data from the role table. I need that and the description. I don't need the department ID. Because one of the nice things about the codes that we have is that it kind of tells you that what the department is, right? All right, we're going to sort by description. Next. That's what it's going to look like. Actually, let me think here. Yeah, these don't have the codes in them, do they? I'm going to cancel this. Let's go back. Our role table, where are you? Let's see here. Yeah, these don't have that. So let's make a query that joins together the department code along with the role, because not each one of these has a code in front of it, right? I mean, they kind of are, but not really. So I just need the role ID. Actually, we'll bring in the role ID and all this stuff into a query. All right, create query design. Let's bring in the department and the role. And we're going to show the department code and then all of the role data. And we'll call this role queue. Or, yeah, role queue is fine. Nice, simple. And that's going to look like this. And then we can put this next to this in our combo box, right? So we can come in here and go design view. We'll put in here role with department code. And that will be the department code and maybe a dash and the role T dot description, because there's descriptions in both of those, remember. Okay. You got to tell it which table you're getting that description from. And now we've got a field that looks like this, which will go very nicely in our combo box, right? Okay, so now let's save that. Now let's make the combo box. Design. This is the kind of like on your toes thinking, on your feet, on your toes, up on your toes, on your feet thinking that you have to do when you're building. Sometimes you got to take a step back. All right, so queries this time, role queue. Now this is actually getting stored in the role ID, so that'll be first, and then we just need this to display it. That's all we need. We put those two fields together in that. Sort it by this, that's fine. This is what it's going to look like. Now remember, this is based on a query and not a table. So we don't have the checkbox here that says hide the key column. So we have to manually do that. Just drag it so its width is 0. Okay. Next. What is the bound field? Role ID. Where are we saving that? We're saving that in the role ID in the junction table. Next. What label do you want? Doesn't matter. We're going to delete it and get rid of that. And this, I'm going to make this bigger, of course, because this is a longer description. I was thinking courses before. It was like HR 101. These don't have that. Let's call this guy the role combo. Okay. Now, do you want to put this stuff next to it, or do you want to just have this stuff in the footer so you can see it for each one? I kind of like putting it in the footer. I'm going to just put it all down here like this. We'll make this stuff black so we can actually read it. Or you could make it so you can double click on this and it will open up another form, a single form that has the details in it. This is fine for me. I like this. Okay. Notes could be bigger. Let's grab another notes field. Doesn't have to be quite that big, though. Maybe like that. And we're going to select everybody, right click, size to grid. There we go. We can get rid of this label. Roles, right? Roles. Now I'm hungry. Just kidding. All right. Go. There we go. Save it. Close it, and now we're ready to drop a subform in. Right down here. Where'd you go? Click, drag, drop. Delete the label. And this shouldn't have to be super big, but you got this big footer, so you got to have at least room for a couple of them in there. All right, let's see what it looks like now. Save it, close it, open it. Yeah. I think I want to make this. I think I want to put this stuff in a separate form. Yeah, let's do that. So we got the role subform. Let's copy this. Copy, paste. Let's make it just employee role F. We'll make this a single form. I think it's just too squished. So what I'm going to do here is, let's open this up. We're going to move all of this stuff back up into here and treat it like a single form. We don't need the footer anymore. And this can be a little bit bigger. And then we'll just put, you know, you just leave the role big like that if you want to. Right, and then now you just got his dates and stuff on here. All right, save that. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to the subform, design view, get rid of all of this stuff. Okay, and now we're going to make this so you double click on it to open the other form. Okay, now to do that, I usually like to signal it with like a light blue color, like that guy. It's just a training issue. If you usually see a field that's blue like that, you double click on it and it does something. All right, and here comes our first little bit of programming. Remember I said that we're going to be sprinkling in some VBA here and there. So if you haven't watched Intro to VBA, now would be the time. We're going to double click on this guy, go to events, and find the on double click event, which is right there. ... Now I want to open the other form and go to specifically the one that they click on. Now, the value that they're clicking on is a role, but we actually want this, employee X role ID. That's the specific record in the junction table that we want to go to, right? It's that role for that employee. Okay, so it's going to be do command open form, employee role F, comma, 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 where the employee X role ID equals the employee X role ID on this form. Now, this field doesn't exist on either of these forms because we didn't put it there. Sometimes you have to have it there and just have it invisible. But let's see. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see what we got here. All right, employees. Let's go to the SR, or the sales level 2, double click. And okay, it worked in this particular case. Usually you only need it if the other form is referring to that value like across forms. Like you can't say forms customer F last name unless you actually have that last name. But in the VBA code, 9 times out of 10, you can get away with this. Even if the field doesn't exist as a control on the form, as long as it's in the underlying record set, right? Because that exists in the query and the table underneath each of these. Then you can get away with it. Right? So now I can open up this. On this form, I would turn off these things, right? So that if they come in here, they can just make changes in here. But that's up to you. You might want to still allow them to add stuff or whatever. All right? Put a start date in, put an end date in, put a qualified date in, close it. Those are really, I mean, these aren't really necessary. What's necessary is this stuff. You want to see what roles they're in. Because next, we're going to do the same thing over here with what classes they've taken. Then we can do another list or a pop-up or something to say, okay, this is the roles you have. These are the classes you've taken. These are the classes you need. What are you missing? Right? Or what's expired? So that's going to be coming up in the next part. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Or be a member, and you can watch it right now. Because yes, I'm feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. I started recording yesterday, and I didn't get a good night's sleep the night before. I don't know if you could tell or not, but yesterday, part 3 I was just kind of dragging. I was phoning it in. I was trying to, I really felt like recording, but I don't know, I think I got like 3 hours of sleep the night before. But I feel much better. I'm feeling much better today. So tune in tomorrow. What's the date today? Let's see. This is going to air on Halloween, on the 31st, which is a Thursday. So yeah, tomorrow, November 1st, will be part 5. But that's going to do it. Part 4, folks. That's your Tech Help video for today. Hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. A special thank you and shout out to our diamond sponsors, First, we have Juan Soto with Access Experts Software Solutions, manufacturing experts specializing in Access and SQL Server. Juan is a 13-time Microsoft Access MVP. You can check them out at accessexperts.com. Another shout out to Sammy Shama from Shama Consultancy. Sammy is a certified Microsoft Office specialist, and he not only offers Access application development, but he also provides one-on-one tutoring services. So if you need someone to hold your hand and help you with your Access project, Sammy is your guy. Check him out at shamaconsultancy.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member, and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my TechHelp videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any TechHelp questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for TechHelp questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.